Hello, friends. Happy Friday. So, today I wanted to talk about scaling your business while the world is on fire. Because, I've talked about it a couple times, but why don't we revisit? Obviously, because we're going to be here for a while and things just keep getting worse. Like, let's just be real. The fuck is going on? I literally, I don't know. Sometimes, like, all that I can do is laugh, unfortunately, because like what else is there? I don't know. But yeah, it's not good. It is not good. And if you are feeling that, I feel like this episode is going to be really helpful because I'm going to give you some tips about like just some things that you can think about. And because this isn't, you know, it's really not a thing where we need to stop what we're doing and only pay attention to all of this crazy ass shitstorm that's going on. We still need to run our businesses. So, how do we actually do that effectively? And it is hard. And you can admit that it's fucking hard. There is nothing wrong with that. It's also, if you can't talk about it because it wouldn't be safe for you to, that's fine too. There's so much nuance, I think, that goes into this. And there's just a lot of people that are feeling a lot of things. And it's not business as usual. It is not business as usual. And so we're going to talk about it today. Personally, I've been really distracted. I get really distracted by all of this. I can't look away from it's like a car accident. Although I don't get, you know, when I'm driving, I focus. But this is like the train wreck that you like fucking can't look away from because it's right in front of you all day, every day. So it is very distracting. However, when we're thinking about business and you look at scaling and setting up your business, it's also thinking about in terms of anything that happens in the future, times you get sick, other hard times you may go through in life, which like I almost have to laugh because it's like, fuck. And yeah, anyways, just there are like so many things that obviously you'll experience as you run your business. And so, anytime thinking about setting up your business and scaling your business, you do have to consider, what it looks like to take into account kind of the what ifs. Like you don't necessarily just build for that. That's not the case, but it is thinking about, you know, having systems, especially to support you. And this is so relevant because I feel like it is hard for people right now to be super focused on business stuff while all of this is very distracting. And, you know, like I said, it doesn't mean you have to compartmentalize, shut one side off. It doesn't also mean that you have to burn down your business or that you can, everything's over, whatever. Definitely not that. I think like right now, especially, this is the fucking time. If you're gonna go after shit, go after it now because when's a better time? Like we're being realistic right now. when is going to be the better time? It's now. It's now. So let's talk about how we're going to do this, how you can do this. So, what can you do right now? If you are like really distracted by all of the shit that's going on and you're like, this is really hard and I really have a hard time focusing, what can you do right now? Like, what is easiest for you to do right now? How can you show up? For me, it's generally easier if I talk. Usually, I love writing posts. Like, I love my carousel posts. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love my carousel posts. So many people hate them, but I really love writing. So I could do them every day. But right now, I go between that and sometimes I will just go live because it's easier for me to just say what I want to say and get it out instead of sitting at my computer trying to think for an hour and like nothing because I have too many other things going on in my head. So just think about what is actually easiest for you to show up right now. Doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist anyways. Like that whole, it's not a thing. But if you can figure out what you do have the capacity for, do that. And I mean, it can change day to day. It fucking doesn't matter. It can change day to day. But just think about like what you can do right now and what feels good for you to show up. What does that look like? Then what do you love doing in your business? What is the part that you absolutely love? You have no problem doing, whether it's client related, marketing, sales, like whatever. Personally, I love calls. I talk about this all the time, but it's because it's true. I could do calls all the time. I do have like a cap per day because I really put a lot of effort into them, I guess. Um, so I kind of max out at like 5 is enough. And then I'm tired, like my brains work too much because I do put a lot of, especially if it's like client calls or strategy sessions, I put a lot into them and I am really, trying to help you. So I get tired, but I love them. Love the client calls. I love the free strategy calls, connection calls. So that's something I'm going to be focusing on, booking more of them and enjoying that part of my business because that's that's what I can do and that's still so beneficial. So when you can really like think about this, think about the things that you do love, it's still beneficial. It's not like because you're not doing all quote unquote all the things, oh my God, it's like no good. No. Sometimes when you lean into these things, it actually works out better. Another thing, connecting with different business owners. I love connecting in the DMs. Like, I love having conversations in the DMs. Maybe that's weird. I know some people hate it, and it's like a whole thing where it's like, oh, don't talk to me unless you pay me. I'm like, no, talk to me. Like, let's chat. I literally, I'm fine. I'm here for it. And that it's because though I just have normal conversations. So it's not this like awkward sales conversation all the time. Like it's talking about normal ass shit, life stuff. Like I posted the other day, this is so dumb, but hilarious. I posted on my stories the other day how somehow I, because I'm distracted, I forgot to put the coffee in my coffee maker. And so it ran clear water. And I just posted it, on my stories. And I was like, haha, supposed to be coffee, as a joke. I got so many replies to that. And then you just like talk to people. And it was not about business at all, but it's just a conversation. It's just connection. And this, like, I do it all the time and I respond to other people's stories all the time. It's like my favorite thing to do. So I respond to yours. That's why, because I like it. And I never do it with the mindset of, oh my God, this person could totally become my client at some point. Like that literally doesn't even cross my mind. I'm just like, oh, I have to send this message. Like it just is what I'm thinking. So I send it, or if I think something's funny, or if I'm like, oh my fucking God, I send that a lot. Whatever. But it's just like creating normal connections. And that's that right now, so much easier. Then I think about, and you can think about, what do you have to do in your business? What do you have to do? The number one thing, obviously, take care of clients. Obviously, number one, like that has to happen. That always has to happen. Then, depending on what your goals are, what you're selling, where you're at right now, marketing, promoting, it's going to look different as to what you actually have to do. For example, you know, I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but I made a post about it. I am pulling back a lot for 6 weeks this summer, and I am like not posting at all during that time because I really want to enjoy the summer. It is like there's only a period of time where it's actually hot in Canada, and I want to spend most of my time outside and enjoy that. So I'm going to do that. And one of the things that does take me more time is thinking about and creating posts. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to pull back on that. I am going to, look at how I can use my content that I already have, lean on that, take care of my clients, obviously. So that part is not off. I'm still going to have some connection calls, some strategy calls because I absolutely love it. But I do have, a much lighter schedule for the summer. And that's it. It's, you know, and this also relates to scaling at any time. You can think about this literally at any time because there are so many things that we like think that we have to, quote unquote, have to do, but you really don't. Like, nail down the things that are really, really important, do those, but, identify some of the things that maybe you don't. You can take a little break every once in a while. That's okay. The next thing, what do you want to do? Like I've kind of already said, I love the calls. So those are staying in. I love them. I am taking less over July and August. So like how when you can book in my schedule reflects that already. I love recording my podcasts. However, for the summertime, I won't be because it is a complete pain in the ass to try to record them when my kids are home and also when other kids are also home because they ring our doorbell and then Coco goes nuts and it just is a whole thing. So for me, although I absolutely love it, there's going to be a little bit of a break where, you know, there won't be podcasts for a bit, but it's also not a huge deal. I have this is like number 91, 92. I have so many podcast episodes already out, and I'm going to use that also to my advantage for the summer period. But going back to what do you want to do? After you think about what you have to, then it is what you want to do. And what do you love? Those three things. That's what really fucking matters. That's what really fucking matters, are those things. And, when you can get clear on that, you can pull back some. And with all the shit that's super distracting and fucked up, you know what you need to do so that you can still run your business really effectively and then have time to process all of this other bullshit. Hopefully, because it is crazy. So, yeah, and it's, the whole thing in terms of scaling too, when you're thinking about this, scaling isn't always an upward push, do more, constantly doing more. It's bigger picture thinking. It's really what you want long term. You are constantly pushing yourself to do more. Even, yeah, you can push yourself to just whatever, push the shit to the side. If you get sick, work through it, you know, all those kind of situations. But at some point, it's going to come back to bite you. And in the grand scheme of business and life, like, what do you really want? That's what I think it always comes down to, is what you really, really want. Do you want to be just constantly pushing through, or do you want to, set up your business so that it feels supportive for you, so that you can take a step back when you need to, and it still runs the way that you want, and you can still reach your goals, and all of that can still happen because that is possible. And there's a few ways that, I really want to build more community and connection with people who also feel like it's not business as usual. And this is hard. It is fucked up. Like, what is happening right now? And we are still going to grow and scale our businesses because, like, we're going to do that to support ourselves financially as well as help others. My big thing is, meeting other business owners that are very impact driven and want to make an impact. And so I would love for you to check out the Safer List. You can apply to be added to that. That's business owners that, share the same values of all humans have rights. Like, we support all human rights. Essentially, it says the whole thing on there. But I would love for you to check that out because you can connect with people on there. You can be added. You can know who's, operating that way. You can also book a call just to have coffee and chat. The link for that will be in the show notes because I love connecting with people. And if you want to go through systems and strategy for your business, you can grab a free session and let's do it. Like, let's figure out how, you can get to this place of scaling your business and not feeling like you are doing all the things and you can't ever pull back And it's overwhelming in business, it's overwhelming in life, and everything is just like almost feeling like it's too much. Because nobody needs that. Another thing that you can check out, just the last thing, I also created a post on my Instagram this week, and I'm hoping it's going to lead to more connections, not just for me, but I really do want to create a community where we can support each other. So go check that out. I'll also have that link below because you can introduce yourself, share what you do, and how you also want to connect with other people. So check that out as well. Hopefully, this was helpful and gave you some things to think about in terms of what you can do to, I don't even want to say like manage stress because that's not really it, but manage, what you need to do and all the overwhelm and the shit show. Be able to process what the fuck is happening in the world and still run your business because we need to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a 5-star rating and review. And as always, go after everything that you fucking want and be unapologetic about it.